Hi there. I'm Katie Dutcher from Flourish and Bloom and Monterey Bay Meditation Studio. So, today, what I want to talk about a little bit is um, basically the idea that anything counts. And I'm especially talking about when it comes to meditation, when it comes to finding time, finding ways to practice mindfulness. A lot of people ask in classes and coaching and things like that, people ask, how much should I be doing? And we have this sense that more is better. So people are looking for an answer like 20 minutes a day, 30 minutes a day, 40, 50, an hour. Maybe it's twice a day. Um, Definitely, people are looking for an answer and maybe expecting it to be long. And what I want to say is that there's a lot of arguments that would say that longer is not necessarily better, especially when you're just starting out, maybe even later too. So how about that? How about we give ourselves permission to do what actually just feels sustainable? I argue that the the real the real benefit that people see as they study, as they try meditation and mindfulness, is in consistency, in the whole like every day or most days repetition of it, um, and not so much how long it is each day. And if you can imagine, for a lot of us, if we did make this big goal that we wanted to meditate for a half an hour, boom, every day, or an hour, something like that, we would and could do it. Um, and how long would it be before we would say, "Oh my goodness, that's too much. Maybe not today. Maybe tomorrow." Right? So um, that wouldn't necessarily be something that's sustainable. It might actually be daunting. It might kind of throw us off. Especially at the beginning, we might not have the concentration to even like benefit from such a long period of time. And so it's really better for a lot of reasons to kind of start small. So a little is enough. And really, the meditation that you will do, that you find approachable, um, maybe you even look forward to it, that's right for you. So if you want to ask what's a good amount of time, what's the amount of time that feels okay for you? Start there. um, a couple of other just things around this, maybe to support this, even if you're not quite convinced yet. One of them is I've been reading a lot from James Clear, and his focus is kind of habit formation and behavior change. And starting to meditate is a type of behavior change. It's a type of habit to begin. So as you perhaps begin or continue or restart this habit that you're wanting to make part of your life, it's worth looking at people who talk about habit change just in general. And he really, really drives home this point about make it easy, especially when you're starting. Make it something that you you can't really fail to do. And he recommends for any habit of starting with 2 minutes of anything. So he'll even say, if somebody wants to go to the gym, what happens if you go to the gym and stay there 2 minutes? So you literally make it as small as you can so that it's hard to say, oh, I don't have time for that, right? So that's one idea that he gives is just 2 minutes. And I think for meditation, it's great to start with 2 minutes. Um, and then another thing that he gives, another idea that I think is a good one, is to kind of link something together. Link it together. If you want to be doing it every day or consistently, link it to something else that you do consistently. So maybe it's right after breakfast because you always eat breakfast and then you'll sit and meditate. So it's this kind of linking together so it's obvious and you don't forget about it because it's something new. So some cool things there from him. I recommend his book, Atomic Habits. It's a good one. Um, Another one, just to mention, is from Jill Bolte Taylor. And she has talked about interrupting the stress response and how really what it takes is 90 seconds. When the body starts revving up, when your emotions and body sensations and thoughts are kind of spiraling out of control, that if we can get some awareness that that's happening, and then pause and maybe just connect with our breath for 90 seconds, that's enough to put an interruption in that cycle that was kind of threatening to take us off the deep end. So again, 90 seconds, right? That's even less than 2 minutes. So getting the habit of incorporating that in your day, maybe once, maybe more than once. Maybe I've thought about it being nice to do like when there's a transition, 2 minutes and then, or 90 seconds of breathing and then move into the next thing. So there's a lot of ways that you can do this. And that's another point. Set yourself free. There's no anymore, there's no right way, right? Um, so letting yourself think about what's the kind of practice that would fit into my day? What's the kind of practice that would benefit me? When would that help? Um, and then the last thing I'll leave you with, I am heard about this just recently on the Courage and Clarity podcast, is the idea of good, better, and best. And they talk about this in terms of setting goals to set, I guess, like three kinds of goals. A good goal that if you reach that, you'd feel like, yes, and that's doable. A better goal that might be a little more intensive, and then a best, like, wow, stunning goal, right? I like this idea just in general, and we can take out the goal setting or even the idea of better or judgment out of it. But this idea that we can have, rather than I must do this or else I've failed, that we could kind of give ourselves more of a range. Like on a good day, maybe I meditate 20 minutes. Maybe there's other days where it's 5, and I have this range that it kind of depends on the time that I have or what's going on in that day, so that it's a little more flexible to flex to your needs, and it isn't just this duality of I either meditate or no, I don't have time, right? So food for thought, and I'd love to hear what you think about this. If it goes against what you've been thinking or hearing, or if you agree, if you've had some of these thoughts as well of like, can I say that a minute of practice counts? Can I say that a small bit is still worth something? So I'd like, because we just said that this is enough, that this is valuable. I would like for us to just take a few minutes here in a very short meditation. And so throughout this meditation, this will be about 2 minutes. And that's, I counted earlier today a minute of breathing. And for me, it was like 9 breaths. So that means, probably maximum, this is going to be about 20 breaths. It's doable. It's doable for every one of us. So I'm not going to talk during it. I'm going to ring the bell and then we'll just breathe. And right from the outset, we know that that whole time, most of us will not be right there focused on our breath. There's going to be other thoughts, there's going to be emotions, there's going to be, even maybe that thought of like 2 minutes, this seems like forever. It's okay. Whenever you get the chance, just come back to your breathing. Just feel your breath moving in and out. So let yourself be comfortable, at ease, and alert. Let your eyes close. And we'll begin with the ringing of the bell. Before I ring the bell, just letting yourself check in, notice how you're feeling. Notice if these just very few moments have had any kind of effect on your mood, on the mode that you're in. Thanks for joining me. Let me know. I'm so interested to know your thoughts on this. You could comment on Facebook or on YouTube, or you could send me an email. I'm at hello@katiedutcher.com. And a couple resources for you. If you are wanting to start meditating and you've been wanting some support with this, wanting to kind of know how, I made a guide a little while ago that I offer through my website. It's just a free guide. So it's katiedutcher.com slash start dash meditating. So you just put a forward slash start dash meditating. If that for some reason doesn't work, just go to katiedutcher.com and you'll see it right up at the top. That a place to click there. Um, and if you like this kind of format of kind of getting some support with practicing mindfulness or the way of bringing it into your life, what I love to do is talk with people in groups, definitely, but um, I think where my skills and heart shines through is in one-on-one. And so I do what's called coaching with people, leading them in their own private meditations, um, and also talking through these everything around like the habit of meditating and then how it affects our life and our relationships, dealing with anxiety, all kinds of good stuff. So that more information about that, it's Katie Dutcher forward slash katiedutcher.com forward slash coaching. So I would love to talk with you about it and just kind of see if we're a good fit. I will see you next week. Take care.